Hey, I'm Nick, and this is Commit Disc Golf. This is the first installment of the putting progress series to see whether or not my putting is improving this season. As far as I can think back to when I started back in 2018, I have tried every type of putt, I think at least once. Stagger putts, straddle putts, push putts, spin putts, super high lofty putts, laser putts, some putts that are a little bit more unconventional, if you will. But in the long run, I think that trying all of those different things has finally got me to settle on one specific form for my putting. However, having tried all those other types of putting, it gives me an opportunity when I'm in an awkward position on a course, putting from a bush or putting from a knee or putting around something, to maybe tap into some of those old things I used to practice because I have some familiarity with those types of shots. So ultimately, I want to be putting with the same consistent form as often as possible, but having practiced many different styles gives me a little bit of an edge, I think, in a round where I might not have the best look at the basket. I've been putting in the warehouse. We made a little bit of space, put some tape down at 15, 20, 25, 30, and 35 feet. And then I putt from each of those distances 10 to 20 times just to see that my form translates over different distances. One thing I've noticed is that once I hit that 25-foot mark, I definitely have to be more focused on generating power in my putt than anything up to that point. Everything up to 25 feet can be very smooth and comfortable. After that, I have to start working in some lower body and really thinking about following through, making sure that my putter is going through the basket and not just barely getting there. So far, I feel like I've developed a consistency over the last week and kind of dialing in what my specific form will be. So that's good. The second thing I'm doing is looking at different pros to see if my form matches anybody out there that's already a very good putter. I don't want to change my form to match a good putter. I want to find someone who has a similar form to me and then see if there's any things I can pick up from their putting that may increase my accuracy on the green. All in all, I think I'm on a good track. I think it's going to take a few more weeks of putting every day consistently and just continuing to get that form etched in my body, etched in my mind, have a new routine that reminds me of each body position, so that when I'm out on the course, I can focus on the basket and not so much on what I'm doing mechanically. I want the mechanics to become more and more natural so that my focus can be on the wind, the elevation, the distance, and not on my body itself. One of the things that we always talk about here at Commit Disc Golf is it takes commitment to excel in the sport. It takes commitment to practice. It takes commitment to stick to your guns and do what you know is going to bring results in the long run, even if right now it's uncomfortable or even if right now you're not feeling great about it. Going back to the course and doing what you always do will get you what you've always got, right? So if you want to make improvements, you have to challenge yourself and you have to say, maybe what I'm doing isn't the best thing. Maybe I need to consider changing something about how I play. So in putting, that's definitely an area in my game where I have to spend time re-evaluating what I do, why I do it, and how successful it is. Another thing that comes to play in putting is your commitment to your putt. Once you feel like you've decided how you're going to putt, you've practiced your form, you've decided the way that you're going to approach the basket, You have to make 100% effort to put it into the basket with the knowledge that you can do it. If you look at this basket and you think, this is what I'm gonna do, and yet the whole time you're like, I hope it works, I hope I don't miss, you're probably gonna miss a lot more than you think. If you look at the basket and you say to yourself, I've worked on my putt, I know how to putt, my putt is consistent, there's the target, I'm going to commit to hitting the target and going through the target, you will be much more successful at making your putts. One of the main reasons I'm working on putting is because I know that when my drives are good, I have a chance to score. I've been working on my drives a decent amount, and I feel like they're up to par with a lot of the advanced players. But the issue is that my putting isn't quite there. It's not consistent enough. So if I want to be able to raise my rating and jump up like to an MP40 type of player, I'm really going to need to get those putts dialed in. So this will be the first installment on my putting practicing and how it's going and whether I'm making progress or not. Keep tuned, and there will be updates probably once a week or every 2 weeks, and I'll let you know how things are going. I'll show you what I'm doing, show you if it's working or not, and yeah, we'll hopefully reach some of our 2022 goals this year and become a much better putter.